The BGT is done and dusted. You now have a gap of close to 15 days before the start of the India versus England T20I series. Now, the T20I series may not be important in the grand scheme of things, but the ODI series that begins from February onwards, February 6th, has great relevance for the Champions Trophy. Now, the Champions Trophy squad will be announced in the next 4 days for the Indian cricket team, and one hopes that the squad is picked rightfully, because whether the seniors get a role in that, are we mixing formats, that we will come to know pretty soon. But no one can take their mind off the Border-Gavaskar Trophy, because it's a debacle in more ways than one. And Yuvraj Singh has weighed in with this, and he's been asked a couple of questions over the Indian cricket team and their performances. Yuvraj Singh had only one thing to say: it is very difficult to support them in times like this. Yes, it is a problem that is there, because Yuvraj Singh is saying that whatever players have done, it is very easy to criticize them. It is very difficult to support players in tough times. Now, Indian cricket has been in a tough period now ever since November, when they were whitewashed 3-0 at home and they have surrendered the BGT, ending their chances of WTC final hopes as well. Yuvraj Singh, on the other hand, has once again gone back to that same thing of past glory and ensured that, okay, back them. Back players like Virat, Rohit, they are getting far too much criticism in tough times. Why is it difficult to support them? So that is why now there will be a special video done on this, so do check that out once we do it. But Yuvraj Singh has urged the fans to back the Indian players, because whatever has happened, ups and downs will happen in the game of sport. But everybody's attention will be on Jasprit Bumrah. Now, what is the nature of his injury? Now, sources have told Sports Today that yes, Bumrah and the BCCI doctors, as well as the doctor who operated upon him in New Zealand, are in constant touch. In the next few days, the exact nature of his injury, the assessment, the period required for recovery will all be revealed. Because the doctors, both here and in New Zealand, they are in touch with Bumrah, and Bumrah is also in constant touch with them, because looking at the secrecy with which the BCCI is going about it, it doesn't look good for Jasprit Bumrah. Because if it is a back spasm, then I think 2 to 3 weeks he may be out, he'll be fit for the Champions Trophy. But if it is an even bigger issue, say a grade 1 fracture or grade 2 fracture, he could be out for 3 to 4 months. And yet again, it exposes the frailty, and it also exposes the fallacy of bowling Jasprit Bumrah for 151 overs in the BGT. Especially Melbourne, when you overcooked him, 52 overs for a pacer of his caliber and for the pacer of his action. So, in 3 to 4 days, potentially you will find out what is wrong with Jasprit Bumrah and what is going to happen, whether he is out for a long period of time. But the early diagnosis, what we are getting to know is that it doesn't look good. The way how it has been kept in secrecy, how everything has been done, that yes, it has happened in this way, we don't know what it is, this is a problem. So, all prayers are there that Jasprit Bumrah is fit in quick time. For Pakistan, the woes have prolonged. They have only won 2 tests in South Africa, 1998 Durban, 2007 Haibeha. Now, their winless run has been prolonged because they have lost by 10 wickets in the second innings in Cape Town. Because in the second test in Cape Town, what happened is Pakistan put up a good fight, 400 plus runs after being following on. But then they just were staring at too much of a mountain to climb, and 61 runs, 58 runs were knocked off quite easily by South Africa. South Africa now have 7 straight wins and they have topped the WTC table. Yes, South Africa versus Australia promises to be a riveting contest at Lord's in June. Let's see how that pans out. So, South Africa end their test summer on a high, 7 straight wins, and now Pakistan, again a question of what if. They are playing their final 2 tests from January 16th onwards against West Indies in Multan. So, how they will end it, whether they will finish at the bottom or they will finish just above West Indies, that will be determined. Rashid Khan, 11 wickets in the game versus Zimbabwe has ensured that Afghanistan end their tour on the ultimate high. After a boring draw in Bulawayo, he's taken 11 wickets and ensured Afghanistan win the test match. But Rashid Khan has stated that yes, I have to now go to the SA20. That is my priority at this stage. So let's see how it pans out. But Afghanistan will be relying on Rashid Khan to ensure that they do well in the Champions Trophy. Remember, Afghanistan are also peaking at the right time. So Rashid Khan will lead the charge when you look at Afghanistan's chances in the ICC Champions Trophy. There is great news for Anahat Singh because the young squash player has managed to win the junior British title for the third straight time. Anahat Singh is one of the big names that is coming out from Indian squash, and one hopes that she continues to maintain the momentum that has been given. There is no surprises here when there was a particular award function held by a prominent chess website, and no surprises that Gukesh has won the Player of the Year in the Chess.com awards that were recently held. Gukesh, I mean, how can you argue against that? 2024 candidates winner, double Olympiad gold medalist and World Chess Championship. A perfect year could not happen, and that is why Gukesh, for his perfect 2024, he's become the Player of the Year also. Another accolade heading into 2025, and now in 2025, his first major assignment is the Tata Steel tournament in Vaikansy on January 17th. So let's see how that pans out in the coming days. But now cricket and all the others will take a back seat for some time now. Yes, there will be anticipation for the Champions Trophy squad. When that will be announced, mostly on 11th January, India will announce its squad. It could happen even on the 12th because 12th is the final deadline. So let's see the squad, how it is announced. Meetings have taken place between the BCCI and the players involved. Let's see how it pans out. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis.